In today's video, I'm going to be going over exactly how I made $500 in 15 minutes trading the S&P 500. So let's get right into it. So pre-market, I was watching for the 4788 to 4796 general region of resistance, and my scenario 1 triggered where if it could get back under those levels, I wanted to find ways to play a morning top reversal targeting the 477s. And I plan these scenarios out every day before the market opens. You can see here 6:29, a minute before the market opens. Where I got 4796 from was last week's low. And the reason why this is significant is because since November, we have been in an uptrending market on a weekly, and this is on a weekly time frame where the bulls have been able to sustain upside continuation each bar, and we have not broken down the prior candle was low, and this is the first time it has broken below that low. Now, where I got 4788 from was from back in December, where I spotted poor high structure that stems from the TPO chart. You can see here at the 4787s, 4788. There's a bunch of time and volume spent at this area, and given that context, it is likely poor highs or lows are revisited in the near future, and that's exactly what happened in that overnight session where we came back into it, retested, put in a lower highest as resistance, and since then it has acted as a valid level that's came from the tape and has acted as support and resistance multiple times. You can see here resistance, support, support. Coming into the market open, ES was gapping below my 4796 level, validating that continuation sell-off that I was expecting, and below my 4788 level that stems from the tape. So what I was watching for was for any rallies to fail into this level, and at the same time for extra pieces to the puzzle. NASDAQ was below my bears below level and was showing relative weakness throughout the pre-market session and throughout the morning session as well. And then Apple was gapping down below my demand imbalances, and mainly the 189 and 191 level that the bulls were unable to hold. And the final piece was Microsoft was rejecting my supply imbalance that occurred in the first 5 minutes of the market open. You can see here, rejected the 375s, and forgot to mention the VIX was also showing relative strength, putting in a higher high at from the prior day's action. So yes, with all this context in mind, I get in short first 5 minutes of the market open, and this was validated on the tape as well. Box is my 4788 level, and there's a bunch of buying that tried to sustain above 88 for a high of day attempt, but it simply just failed. And you can see here a bunch of green bubbles, but they weren't getting rewarded for their effort. And if buyers are putting in lots of effort but they aren't getting rewarded, price has to explore lower prices to advertise for new buyers to step in, and price has to come down because those buyers stopped out from their failed effort. And you can see here 4790s was validating my morning top reversal playbook. You can see 249 lots sitting at the offer, and this just gave me more conviction in my trade. And basically what I was waiting for at this point was to get back under the 4788 to enter in short. And then as soon as we got back below 4788, I got in short 1 ES right here at the 4787. Stop loss above 4793, risking 3.25 points, targeting the pre-market lows at 477 for about 10 points. And this trade ended up working out in about 15 minutes. And this just goes to show the power of the tape and having levels of interest and using the tape to react based off that information and go with the flows of the market. You can see here at 6:45 is when my target ends up triggering, and I get paid very nicely for simply following my plan, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Whenever I get into any positions, I stay in that trade to my planned stop loss or my planned target. That's it. And that's how I manage my risk properly. I have a very mechanical system that allows me to profit off of bigger wins and keep my risk tight. To emphasize on that point I was making about risk management and having a system that allows me to have bigger winners than losers, I was able to net profit 3R out of that trade, and that's the number that's the most important out of trading and allows you to keep yourself in the game of trading, and allowed me to have that nice $500 profit on 10 points. A++ setup on my morning top reversal play. You can see my fills right here as well. Like I said earlier, I got in at 4787, got right out at the 477s, and overall solid day to start off the year.